on my way to work, and I had my bicycle with me because I was going to ride to work, because I lived about, I'd say about a 20-minute bike ride, maybe a little less. It took me to get to work. So I brought my bike down from my 5th floor apartment, and I'm on the sidewalk, and I'm looking at my watch, and I say, geez, it's going to be cutting it close. I don't want to get all sweaty or get grease or get bicycle chain grease on my clothes. You know what? I have just enough time to go upstairs, drop the bike off, run down the street, get my coffee at the famous deli that I always go to, get a hot cup of coffee, and catch the bus. So I did all that, and when I get to the deli, I get my coffee, and I go across the street, and I'm looking down the street to see if the bus is coming, and I see this woman at the bus stop, and she says to me, "Oh, you like Essie's coffee too?" And I said, "Yes, I do." She said, "They make good coffee," and we started a conversation, you know, and I didn't really think much of it. And she says to me, "Have a nice day." And then I see her again at the bus stop the next couple of days, and we started a little friendship and started talking and all that. And we used to sit next to each other and just talk about current events, and then we started to get personal and talk about our families and all that. And she asked me, "What do you do when you're not working?" I said, "Well, I'm a devoted uncle, so my brother and sister-in-law can go out and enjoy private life together, and I stay at their house and take care of my niece and nephew." She said, "Well, if you have free time, maybe we can go out for lunch." So we meet to go to Essie's, the place where I used to get my coffee, for lunch. And we're sitting down having lunch together, and she says, "Before we sit down and have lunch, there's something I have to tell you." And she starts talking to me about her disability. And she says to me, "Why are you still here? How come you didn't leave?" I said, "Why should I leave?" I said, "Yeah, but I just told you I'm disabled." I said, "You got one disability, okay? I'm learning disabled and I have epilepsy. That means I won, 2-1, I win." And we started laughing. We looked at each other, and there was a glow in her eye that just, it was like looking at a rainbow. It was so magnificent. And we went out for lunch, and then we took a walk together, and it was just an amazing first date. Well, it wasn't really a first date. We were friends. And then all of a sudden we started to get more close to each other and more serious. And then before I know it, she was inviting me over to meet her parents. So I said, "Well, if I'm going to go over and meet the girl's parents, I'm going to take a page from my parents' book and, you know, bring something over." So I go to the bakery and I bring over a nice loaf of bread because the mom was cooking, and the father was impressed. "Oh, look at him. He brings over something. None of your other boyfriends ever brought anything over. This is great. I like him already." So she wanted me to meet her sister. So a few weeks later, she invites me over to her parents' house for dinner. Her sister was going to be there. So I decide I'm going to make a homemade cheesecake, one of my specialties. And that night, she calls me up and said, "I got to tell you, my sister loved you so much and your cheesecake. She said, get married right now." And it was just an amazing ride that I'm blown away. That next thing I know, I go back to the bus stop and I said, "Honey," got down on one knee. I think it was winter time because there was snow and ice on the ground. And I said, "Will you marry me?" And she said, "Absolutely." And we've been together a good almost 18 years through thick and thin. It's been an up and down ride, but it's been amazing, and I love my wife more than anything in the world. And I love to share my story with the world because she is the greatest thing I've ever met, and I'm just so blessed.
Lesley, you feel the same way about this guy over here?
Yes, I do. I love him to death.